Good morning, everyone. I know you've been hearing about this vegan bundle from me from a few different places. So you've heard me on social media, you've probably gotten it from my email, and I thought I'd just kind of give you a little look-see into it. So I downloaded some of the books and the meal plans so that you can kind of check it out. And I thought too, I know a few people are a little confused about how you get all this after you buy it. So I thought we'd talk through that a little bit too. So hopefully we'll get this all taken care of. So I'm super excited about this. A friend of mine, Amy Katz of Veggie Saves the Day, is who came up with this idea to get a bunch of us bloggers together, a bunch of us vegan and plant-based bloggers together to put together this bundle. And it's really kind of exciting because, for instance, the class that I've included costs $35, but you're getting the bundle, including the class, for like under $15. So it's pretty cool. So with no further ado, let me switch over to where I'm showing you on my computer. So these are a few of the things I'm going to have to get where I'm not looking at me and I'm just looking at the computer. There we go. And I'll move the comments over here. You guys don't see them, but I do. So these are some of the books that are included. So what you're getting is you're getting a bunch of different ebooks, each one from a different blogger or a different course or a different meal plan. So there's all these different things. So like this is an 81-page ebook, and it's almost all the things in this bundle cost more than $14.99 a piece. And so bundles are kind of bigger in some of the different worlds that we travel in. Bloggers have had them for a long time. They're get a little bit new in the vegan community. So it's just a way that each one of us can kind of expand our audience and reach new people, and you can reach new recipes and new bloggers, which makes it really pretty cool. Hey, Miss Kathy Nix, who I have not talked to in a bazillion years. It is lovely to see you here. So I'm not gonna take you through too many, but I mean, look, this is not just thrown together Word documents. I mean, it's good information. You know, how to make vegetable stock, choosing a non-dairy milk. Each one is going to be different and reflect a different person's style. I'm trying to, there's a kind of a meal plan. And look at the photos. They're just gorgeous. And, different breakfast things, a chickpea scramble. We can go through all different kinds of things. So that's just one of the books. So there's another one that's 30-minute meals, which we all need tons of, right? Tons of. I know I do. And the reason I really wanted to show you some of this stuff too was there was actually a bundle I was involved with. Hi, Miss Shannon from San Diego. It is lovely to see you here. But I felt like it wasn't a super quality bundle, so I didn't advertise it to you guys at all because it was supposed to be a plant-based bundle, and it had fish in it. And I was like, yeah, no. And when I emailed them, they just didn't respond to me. And this is Amy Katz's book. And so it's like, look at that beautiful cauliflower bowl. And here's something else, depending on what style you cook in or not. So if you have certain allergies or you don't do oil or salt, you can change out whatever that barbecue sauce is. And in fact, I feel like I'm super confident in making adjustments to any recipes. So if you guys get something from the bundle through me, so this calls for some sesame oil, but she also says broth if oil-free. But if you did tahini, you could add a little bit of tahini in there to get that sesame flavor, or put sesame seeds on top if that goes along with your eating plan. But do you guys see? I think it's just, when I just say vegan bundle and I throw out this one picture, it just doesn't show you the depth. And again, this is a 68-page book. That's a lot of recipes. Here's another one, super easy, 5 ingredients, 15 minutes. That doesn't sound a lot like my recipes, but I do have some 15-minute recipes, but you know how I am with seasonings. I got all the seasonings have to be in my stuff. But so like, see, here you go. Again, an 82-page ebook, rainbow Buddha bowls, tandoori curry, veggies and peanut sauce. I mean, all this stuff sounds so good. And as you guys know, I am queen of condiments, so I love that there's a condiment chapter in here. In every book that I've ever published, I always have a staples chapter because I think that that's kind of the core of cooking. Like when you can make your own bouillon or hummus or salad dressing, or like in here, it changes the game a lot, and it also saves you a ton of money. Oh, that's so cute. I haven't looked through all the books, so I'm looking through them literally with you. And if you guys have some questions, or I'm scrolling too fast and you want to see something, I know, doesn't it look good, Shannon? So I like the way, sometimes an ebook is just a short collection of recipes, and sometimes it's more like all the information, like look, how to save time, gadgets, which we all know Kathy loves some gadgets, right? It's just nice. And again, and one of the things about this being from bloggers is that you are in general going to get some really nice photos. And I know that at least you guys who follow me are really into photos, and that one of the reasons I get praise about my cookbooks a lot, my that are hardback or paperback, are that there's a picture for every recipe. Ooh, beets. You guys know I love some beets. And see, like something like this, if you're following Chef AJ's diet, or way of eating, sorry, I hate to use the D word, cashew nuts. What we could do instead of cashew nuts is we could like do something probably with like half a cup of rolled oats and a half a cup of maybe chickpeas that you blend together with some water to add that same kind of bulk and glue to it. So again, and we can, instead of using elbow macaroni, we could take this out of mac and cheese. Hey, Miss Jackie, and we could put that into zoodle territory. Right? So that's one of the things I love about these. While they are not necessarily all SOS free, it's really easy. They're all nice. And this is from Becky Stripey. I think I'm saying her last name right. You guys know how I am with pronouncing things. And this bowl book is awesome. My little computer is like, how many things are you going to have open? Let me see if I can just move this and just do the pages here. There we go. I'll make it a little, you see it better this way, I think. So I'm trying to get to the good stuff, but that gave you kind of the list of the ingredients and bowls. She does amazing bowl stuff. A grit bowl is always a good thing. Pumpkin spice oatmeal. It's like Becky's like, oh, that's a great question, Shannon, and I am making assumptions, and my apologies. SOS, so a lot of people who follow a plant-based diet. So there's vegan and plant-based, and a lot of things are very similar. Both do not eat any kind of meat, dairy, eggs, fish, animal products. Plant-based people also, vegan people often come to it from doing it for the animals and not harming animals. Plant-based people come to it usually from a health perspective, like maybe from Engine 2, Dr. Estelstein, Dr. Greger. Usually it's a doctor someone. And SOS means no sugar, salt, or oil. So that is usually what's traditionally plant-based. Now there are some that like Dr. Campbell, almost all of those are no oil. Sometimes they allow for some sugar or salt, and sometimes they do not. My biggest suggestion when you're not eating salt is to use a salt substitute that melds well with the recipe, because salt substitutes are a blend of spices. So what that means is that using a Tex-Mex salt substitute, in an Indian curry may not be the best thing to do. So, but there's some other things you can do, and there's plenty of salt substitutes that go in everything. They're usually heavy on the granulated garlic and celery salt. And Shannon, I hope that helps. So let's keep looking through here some more. I love me some, oats, lots and lots of yummy oats. And so her book is like, Her book is a little bit smaller, but it's 106 pages. That's a lot of recipes. And let's look at this one too. This is from my friend Michelle Blackwood of A Healthier Steps, and she does gluten-free vegan. And I really like her food a lot. And see, this is a 68-page book. And she is, actually, I don't know every single person in the bundle, but I know a lot of the people, and they're just really wonderful. And in fact, both Michelle and Amy have a recipe in my latest book, Gluten-Free Vegan Cooking in Your Instant Pot. So, and we're just looking through some soups here. I love soup, and I can't wait till soup weather. I feel like, let me just go through, let's see if I can get way back closer. Ooh, I think I saw some gumbo. Creamy cauliflower soup. And see, this is 68 Jamaican stew peas are awesome. I've had this before. It's so good. Okay, we're getting some ramen. And let's look at another book. So these are a subset. It's not all of the recipes. Okay, and this is Amy's book. And maybe I told you someone else's book was Amy's book. It's a holiday. I'm doing the best I can. So, and this is Amy who put together the bundle. And see, she's from Veggie Save the Day. And this is kind of interesting. So, or maybe, I think Amy may have two books in here. And this is her actual book, and then this How to Start a Mediterranean Diet. And, you know, foods to eat. This is all about the Mediterranean diet. We looked at her cookbook before. I'm pretty sure is this one her cookbook? Does it really matter? Am I being a little OCD today? Perhaps I am. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look good? I want that right now. Lasagna Rollups. Yes, please. Okay. Then I wanted to show you, let me show you two things. I got to get into my browser to show you one. Okay, so when you get the bundle, what happens is you get these links to each piece like this, the vegan quick start bundle. So you would click on the bundle. So what you're going to get is kind of like a little spreadsheet or document that looks similar to a spreadsheet. So you'll probably have the name of the person and blog of the blogger. You'll have the link to get the item, and then on the right hand side you'll have the codes. Sometimes you don't need a code. So like for instance with mine, you're getting the Veggie-full Instant Pot Stew. And actually, let me take that out of there. So what you see here, see it says free. So there's only two things in the bundle that you click on the link and you don't have to do anything else. On this one, what's going to happen, so I'm going to go to buy now, and you're going to be, at first you might be a little confused because you just paid your $14. Why does it say you're going to pay $17? It's okay. Take a deep breath. You've got a coupon code. So I'm going to go to buy now, and I haven't been on this one. So a lot of them are going to say this. So some of them will have an obvious place to put in a coupon, just the way it says to put in my email address, right? This one doesn't. Sometimes they're up here above. This one is here. Have a coupon code. That's something that you can look for. Have a coupon code, add a coupon. Then we'll put our coupon code in. And I don't know if this is going to blank it out, so I'm not going to put it in. And then you click add coupon, and then what's going to happen is it's going to say minus $17. Okay, so that's how you'll know that it's gone okay. So let me take you back here, and I wanted to show you two, because we've got like 4 different meal plans that I thought were kind of interesting. So this, I believe, is my friend Mary Ellen's. Yes. And she's really good with health, and so she has a 5-day healthy vegan menu plan with recipes. And there's Mary Ellen holding some kale, looking all kinds of cute. She does some really nice recipes, and so you've got 5 days right there. So if you're being overwhelmed, she's got how you should be cooking these, as well as all the recipes. And that's in addition to all those other books. So then we have another meal plan from My Darling Vegan, which is a 4-week meal plan. And so it's giving you tips and tricks. There's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So that's a whole month. And then you're going to get these recipes as well. So it is a recipe book of sorts too. And all kinds of yummy things. The Vegan with Curves is very unique, which I think is pretty awesome because I read her blog all the time, and I like her recipes. So this one, she is actually doing a meal plan for people who want to gain weight rather than lose weight, which is awesome because there are all kinds of people that are vegan and plant-based, right? And so this one is for if you want high-calorie vegan dishes. And she's very clear about that, which is awesome, and talks about her process through being a curvy vegan and principles, and there's all kinds of recipes. It's just really cool. And it's also so cool to really think the vegan plant-based community is a huge swath of people. So many different kinds of people. And even in this one tiny bundle, so many people are included. And me being a super inclusive person, it makes me feel even more strongly about the bundle. So, and see, there's shopping lists in hers, so that's pretty awesome. And let me go, and then we've got one that is exactly the opposite. So we've got a fat loss vegan meal plan. And let's pull that up again, and let's come down a little bit. So we've got lots of information, like talking about macronutrients and micronutrients and supplements. And here's the thing. Since you're buying a bundle, what if this isn't your thing? Well, you could skip just to the meal plans, or you could decide everything in the bundle is not for me. And that's okay too. Or maybe it's just not for you right now, and it'll be for you later. And you'll already own them. So just make sure when you get the bundle, go ahead and download it, all the different things. And you can always save it if your computer is losing some room. These aren't huge files, but you could save it in your Dropbox, or you could save it on Google Drive. And that way you could even put like a folder, vegan bundle downloads, put everything in over there. And that would be a really good safe place to keep, where you have that list of all the places to go to download your product and all the codes that you enter in to get the parts of the bundle you want. So, okay, great. And I'm just trying to see who we are. Look at them. They are cute. And so we've got a lot of good health information here. Trying to get to some recipes too. There we go, the meal plan, part 2. That's a whole part 1 on learning, which is pretty awesome. And so it gives you some information. And they've got daily nutritional breakdown, you guys. That's something you're never getting from me. That is not in my wheelhouse, but it's pretty awesome that it's there in the grocery list. So these would be amazing, especially A, if you're starting out, or B, with COVID and all the different changes and holidays coming up, sometimes you just need a week off from your brain, from life. I don't want to decide what to make. I have something I can go and look at. I've already done my grocery shopping. Now I know what meals I'm going to make. It was all done for me, and that's worth way more than $14 to me. And look at that, parsnip fries. That is a smart idea. And things like sauteed mushrooms and bok choy with quinoa. So since I've become gluten-free, that's something that it's hard for me to go out and eat Asian food. I can go to like the really nice places, but not like the hole in the walls anymore because soy sauce has gluten in it. But I could take a recipe like this, instead of using low sodium soy sauce, use low sodium gluten-free soy sauce or coconut aminos. And it kind of opens up my dining world and my flavors that I get. But, oh, look at that. Yeah, because I did realize that they did actually some supplements as snacks, which I thought was interesting. You get real snacks too. I did see that, but I thought that was fascinating. So see, there's several weeks here. Let me see. And then we're back to cookbooks again. So let me come back out and I'll see if you guys have any, come back. There we go. Hi. Okay, good. And Linda said with the guided tour, she's no longer lost. I did notice, because again, vegan bundles are kind of new. They're not out all the time, and it's a way that people have gathered together to share information, especially in the blogger space, a lot. So I'm used to them. I've been buying bundles for years, probably for 7 years or more. And what happens in some of the blogger bundles, there'll be 80 different things. And what you're encouraged to do in those situations is pick the ones that are going to work for you now, that you're going to use. You may not do 80 programs, right? And so here we've got two video classes. We have mine and we have Randy from A Bohemian Vegan Kitchen, and she is talking a lot about mindset, which is very important when you're eating a diet. And Shannon said she didn't know that soy sauce had gluten in it. Yes, and even some tamaris. Back in the olden days, in the 80s, all the tamari I could find was gluten-free, but that is not the case. So yes, some wheat is used. Also, there is a Korean chili spice that I probably don't even know how to say the name anyhow, but it has wheat in it. A lot of Jamaican curry powders that you buy online will have wheat in it. Sometimes wheat is used in spices to kind of keep them from clumping up. So it's important, if you're looking at new spice blends in international stores, to check that out. Gluten hides a lot of places, unfortunately. But there's always a solution. So we looked at my friend Michelle's book earlier in this, and she has a Jamaican curry dish in my gluten-free vegan cooking in your Instant Pot. That's a mouthful. And so when I was looking how easy it was to get Jamaican curry powder, then I realized so many of them had wheat in them. And so actually in that book, I make a gluten-free version of it, just to make it easy to get. Yeah, soy sauce is a big one. And even like licorice. Often licorice has wheat in it. That's one thing you really, really have to check a lot too. But do you guys have any other questions about the bundle at all? Again, depending on where you're watching this, above, below, or to the side, I have a link for you guys to get it if you want. The reason I'm kind of talking about it so much right now is because it went on sale on Tuesday and it ends this Tuesday. So it ends tomorrow. And if Amy is still on, maybe Amy, does it end tonight at midnight or tomorrow at midnight? And I'll come back and I'll write whatever I figured out. I don't know off the top of my head, because I always mess that up. But I just don't want you guys to miss this, because I think it's a pretty awesome deal, and I think everybody's books are just beautiful and informative, and I think it's, like I said, if you didn't already have my class, the Veggie-full Stew Instant Pot class, you're getting it at it costs $35, $15 for this. So even if there's one thing in here, it's probably a no-brainer to go ahead and get. But once the sales stop, I can't do anything to bring it back. So that is also why I'm going ahead and doing this live. I wanted to show you what I was talking about, and that's why I'm mentioning it so much. So once it stops, You won't hear about it again, and you can't get it anymore. And when I get done with this, you can come back and watch it again and watch me go through several of the books. I think I go through all the meal plans, a good swath of the books, and there are 2 video courses, one on mindset and one on Instant Pot cooking that I do. And in fact, I can tell you more about my Instant Pot one. Let's go back here. And that is not where I want to be. This is where I want to be. Yeah, and like Amy says, after this, it ends Tuesday at midnight, and that's Pacific Standard Time instead of Eastern Standard Time because Amy's running the show. I'm just a contributor, and I just feel really good about the bundle. So good. So anyhow, again, even if nothing else, if you've been wanting to take my Veggie-full Instant Pot Stew class, and I think it's a 2.5 to 3 hour class if it's like normal, and it's all in your Instant Pot. We make my favorite mushroom gumbo, and that's what the picture is there, and it's really, really good. We make chickpeas and dumplings, a lentil eggplant stew, I make a white bean chili, and I make Hungarian cabbage mushroom noodles. So usually that cabbage mushroom noodle stew, I don't know what the heck you call it, but noodle dish is with noodles. Ha, I say to that. And what I'm using is I'm actually cutting the cabbage, and so we're having cabbage noodles. So the noodles really should be in quotes. So I don't want to discourage you, but like, look at that gumbo. These stews are perfect for the cool weather that I am trying to manifest in my head right now. So, and all of these cookbooks have different things for all the different seasons too. Let me come back here and I will switch back to my camera. So do you guys have any other questions? Because if not, I'm going to go enjoy my Labor Day. So actually we're going to go to the Amazon clearance store and I'm going to see what things, I'm going to use my gathering instincts for the power of good. And we'll have another conversation about that. Oh, Diane just bought it with PayPal, waiting for it to authorize. Okay, awesome. It should go through really easy. And remember, after you buy it, what you're going to be getting is a sheet, a document or a spreadsheet. Like, since I didn't order it exactly, and Amy, maybe you can tell me. And Deb said that your last 3 minutes got me really hungry. Happy shopping. Go make some gumbo. I'm like, I want somebody to make me some gumbo. And honestly, you don't have to buy the bundle to make the gumbo. You can go to plantbasedinstantpot.com, look up gumbo, and you'll find the mushroom gumbo there. Also, if you're feeling a little hungry from gumbo, you could go to healthyslowcooking.com and get my spooky Halloween gumbo, where it's like it's like a jackfruit gumbo, and then I use forbidden rice, and then I do a little bit of slurry with kale and some water so it looks like a swamp. So it's swamp monster gumbo. And so I think that's all you got. And if you make gumbo from any place at all, I want to hear about it. I want to see it. If you're already on Vegan Recipes, Cooking with Kathy Hester Facebook group, awesome. If not, please go and join and just say, I watched the bundle video, and then you don't have to answer all the other questions because you're special. Oh, and Jackie's watching while she's working. Oh, and Amy, thank you so much. That's so kind of you to go ahead and put my link up in the comments as well. It should be, again, somewhere, depending on what you've opened this on and how you're watching. And Diane has a question. Can we slow cook in the Instant Pot? Yes, you can. There are some things I recommend you do not do. I do not recommend that you do any slow cooker baking recipes in the Instant Pot on the slow cooker setting. The slow cooker settings are a little bit off, and already you're kind of like making magic when you bake in your Instant Pot. The other odd thing that you are not going to think that I'm going to say is I recommend that you don't make dried beans on the slow cooker setting of your Instant Pot, because it takes a really long time, and quite honestly, using the Instant Pot setting for beans is a much better thing to do. But if you're doing something like chilies, stews, things that you're already using, canned beans and things like that, you can totally use your slow cooker setting for that if you wanted to. And Amy says, after you purchase the bundle, you'll receive the links for each product along with the coupon codes to enter at checkout. And remember, I gave you an example of that a little bit earlier. So when you click on the link, except for there's two that's like the one that's mine that'll go and it just says magically free. Every other link you click on is going to say, this is $17, this is $30, this is whatever, and you're going to go, I can't believe they're trying to charge me. But remember, you have a coupon code. That means you're special. So sometimes there'll be a little, already a little place, just like it'll say your email, coupon code. Sometimes it'll say up above the form or below the form, have a coupon code. Do you have a coupon code? Who knows what these developers have decided to say there. And you click that, because it should be underlined. You'll click it, then a box will appear for the code. Sometimes you'll have to put add code, use code before it goes ahead and takes off the money, but you'll see it'll say like $17, and then you do that, do your code stuff, and it'll say minus $17, due $0. Okay, so if you guys have any more questions, ask here. I will be checking to see how everything's going, and if you have any questions. Also, if you already have the bundle and you have some favorites that you like, Amy's saying, got a coupon. I know. I feel like they should have a little thing going. I've had no caffeine. I had enough sleep. There's no excuse for me today. But anyhow, I know some of you are getting a little bit confused, and you will have to go and get each separate piece of the bundle because it's a different person, and that person may be using a different system. Okay, but you have questions, you get stuck, you buy the bundle, you can email me, kathyhester@gmail.com, or put a question here and I'll try and answer any of those. But other than that, have an amazing Labor Day to all my USA people. And if you still need to make a burger, you need to go to healthyslowcooking.com and you need to get my Pepita chili burger, because it's amazing and it's not spicy. So super easy. And Diane says, I came in late. How do I find the coupon code? So what happens is you buy the bundle, which I think is $14.99. So you can use the comment that Amy put the link in the comment. Or there's one wherever it talks about what's going on. Depending on where you're watching this, you'll see it above me, below me, or to the side. And then after you purchase that $14.99 bundle, then you get a list of all the different things that are included in the bundle and all the coupon codes to make them free. Then you go and you get each one and use the coupon code, which will be different for each and every one. So, so I hope that helps. And Lisa, I'm not sure what you mean. I can't even see who this is. So I'm not sure where you're watching from, but you are watching Kathy Hester from healthyslowcooking.com and Plant-Based Instant Pot. So you must be subscribed to one of those, or be a friend of mine, or be on Vegan Recipes Cooking with Kathy Hester, or you would not be seeing this. Okay, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful Labor Day, and make some veggie burgers. Get going.